All right, well, that was a nice one. So we'll move on to our next caller, Mrs. Sally Ride, with a website she's looking to gain some notoriety on. Tell us about yourself and what your product is.
Hello, hello. I am Sally, and it's such a pleasure to be here.
No, welcome, welcome. Tell us about
Now,
yourself.
well, I've had such a checkered past, but I don't really want to talk about it because it's a little embarrassing.
Well, you
Okay.
But
don't have to talk about it.
right. So I have this website that I've had for a year now, but it just isn't seeming to take off. So I came here to the People's Venture for you guys' help.
Okay. Well, what's the
Okay.
website about?
Uh, I think I need a little tweaking on the name, but the name of my website is sendmeyourmenstrualblood.com.
Uh, can you say
And
that
the
one more time? Say it one more time,
Send
please.
sendmeyourmenstrualblood.com.
Okay, so I did hear you right the first time.
You
All right.
did hear me correct. Yes.
Okay. As the name says, that's what you're looking for, huh?
It's pretty straightforward. Basically, you go to the website,
Hmm.
we send you some test tubes or buckets, depending on your flow. So I'm sure you're all curious on what I use this for.
Yes.
Naturally.
We're quite curious.
So I actually have 7 uses for your period blood that you might not know of.
Wow.
I'd love to
This is what
hear. I'd love to
do.
hear what all 7 of them are.
This is what you need to have on your website, right at the top. Boom. Because that brings people in.
Yeah, right on the splash page. Let's see what the 7 uses are. Go.
Really intrigued.
All right. So the first use is for fertilizer. It will grow your tomatoes absolutely just outrageous. They'll just be growing for days.
Only tomatoes,
Well, any fruit or vegetable, you know.
but especially
Okay.
tomatoes.
Did you pick tomatoes because it's red already?
That's what I figured.
Yes, absolutely.
All
And
right.
you can also grow beans,
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Everyone loves tomatoes.
Okay, so fertilizer's number one. What's number two?
Number 2 is you can make an excellent face mask cleanser.
Wow.
Now, now I realize it doesn't go on so thick, so you have to apply it once, let it dry, then apply it a second time, let it dry, and then the third time, and then your face will be looking so rejuvenated you won't even
So,
recognize yourself in the mirror.
are you mixing this with something else? Are you relabeling it as a different ingredient?
Well, that's what I need help with. I don't know all the logistics or all the work.
So
I
you
just
don't
need
really have a pack, like you don't have like a product. You just take people's blood and smear it on your face.
Oh, well, now on the face mask specifically, you're supposed to do 100% period blood. No dilution.
Now, if this is going to enter into the the general market, I'm assuming this something like this has to be FDA approved.
Yeah, I think you're gonna need to lie about what's in it,
Yeah,
just for
maybe
this
just
in
lie.
particular.
Right. Maybe
Well,
maybe you have a spectrum dump of what is in that, and then you post it all the
There
ingredients
we go.
individually. Um,
Or just give it a fancy name that no one knows, like it's a complete like medical term and like finish,
and you're
Yeah,
definitely
and
gonna
then
have to
just put that
you're
on
definitely gonna have to put some scent in that because you definitely don't want that regular stench.
there.
yeah.
It's just
The FDA will definitely never be the wiser.
I like that you brought that up because that brings me to my next idea for what it is. It could be used
okay.
as a nail polish, as a nail polish finish.
Next,
Yeah, moving on.
Um, so you can. It is huge in this market right now, but you can use menstrual blood as paint.
Is it mixed
Uh,
with anything else?
No, you just slap it on the canvas.
It seems like you'd have a lot of a huge variety of like colors. It wouldn't just. I mean, that's just what I'm assuming. Paint doesn't seem a good game. You had me at fertilizer. The face mask I could see working just for reasons, but you're starting to lose me.
So we're batting 2 out of 4 right now. That's all right. I have still many uses for
Let's get some redemption going on here.
your
Yeah.
partner's
Number
superior
5.
blood. Yes. Number 5, shark bait.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, that's an actual use,
Marine biologists can
right?
actually lure the sharks because the sharks can smell like 7 miles of blood or whatever. So I think
No, that's a good one. I like that.
Yep.
So what else you got?
You got 2 more.
6. Yep. You can use it for rituals. You know, you don't just need the goat blood. You can just use your own period blood because that's free.
I think that people who do those kinds of rituals are pretty particular about the source of the blood, though.
No,
I would agree.
I know it's a niche market, but I feel like, as you said before, if you lie a little bit, you can sell anything to anyone.
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Blood technically is blood. Sangre por sangre.
We'll go 3 for 3 or 3 for 6. Sorry, you're betting 500 still.
All right. So,
Not bad.
So this is that might tip your scales. So here we go. In my research, it can amplify your dreams. And how you do this is you take a little bit of menstrual blood and you dot it on your third eye right before you sleep.
So going back to the face masks,
Yes.
would it have the same effect?
So the face mask is a cleanser you leave on while you're awake, and you remove it. But this, you put it on your third eye, and then you go to sleep. And it's supposed to amplify your dreams and give you more vivid and lucid dreaming.
Well, lucid dreaming is something I'm very fascinated with. So maybe we focus on. I don't even know. I'm at a loss.
It's got very many practical applications, and that's
Well,
why
yeah,
for you guys.
How are we gonna market this, guys?
I mean, you're lying about so many different things. It's going to be hard to keep the marketing campaign straight.
Well, I think we don't lie. Maybe like the shark bait. That's obviously like yes. Maybe we just label it as blood. We don't label it as menstrual blood.
Maybe you just label it as predator bait blood, and then you leave it at
There
that.
you go. I think that one's sell. That's easy enough sell. The face mask. If it works really well,
I'm not sure
I think
people would be convinced enough to put that on their face.
You got to think people use stem cells, though.
Right, but stem cells are refined and done by researchers in a very confined and closed facility.
With this, we say it's refined menstrual blood.
Can I interject here?
Of course.
So people right now, the hot thing is brushing their teeth with charcoal. But it's charcoal. How could that even be good for your teeth? So if you even just market it as being good,
here's the thing.
People will believe that.
It's not just charcoal. It's activated charcoal. So we need to activate your menstrual blood.
Yes.
Exactly.
So how does that work?
I think it's kind of like to go back to another marketer, but when they said the tobacco, it's toasted. Maybe we simply just say the menstrual blood. It's activated. We just label it as activated.
Say no more. Yeah.
That's it. It is what it is. So maybe just label everything as activated menstrual blood.
I like your high spirits.
I think how well do the face masks work? Have you noticed any sort of just like anti-aging or whatever the key buzzwords are, wrinkling, that sort of thing? I'm not really fond of the cosmetic world.
So I've been using it every month, obviously, on point, and I feel like I've been rejuvenated, absolutely.
So it works. Maybe we start with free samples to see how well it works, and then.
Right. So,
Any help would be appreciated.
Sally, you're gonna have to go 3 months without giving yourself one, and then provide them to us for sampling purposes,
There you go.
or at least 1 month, and send them to
it's
Mr.
a
Hayward
totally-
because he seems to be the most interested.
It's a totally free product.
Well, I'm not planning on using
I'm
this for
willing to
myself,
buy.
but
No,
I will
You already committed
gladly
to this.
capitalize off of this.
You have to be the guinea pig this time.
No, I refuse. I'm not doing it. After what happened last time, I refuse to try a new product.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about the bald spot.
Well, I was referring more to the skin that is just now starting to heal, but the bald spot persists. Yes.
Yes, I think I have tried it as a lubricant once, but a lot of people don't know the blood type, whether if you're positive or not. It's a lot of gray area.
Yeah, we definitely don't want this for internal use.
No.
Definitely too much.
I have
Definitely
avoided
too much
for
risk.
sure.
Well, in the end of the day, we're here to help you market your website, right? So let's just we'll change the name because that name's terrible.
Yes.
I think you just go.
Nick Lovin, you're usually a good namer.
He is.
Well, the only thing I can really think of is active rejuvenation or active rejuve, and you leave it at that. So you can say, what do you need to rejuvenate your garden, and then you say this is good for X.
Yeah.
You might want to kind of
rejuvenate
obfuscate the kind of the basis of the product, really.
Right.
So that's a good, yeah.
What?
And maybe even separate websites. One website for like the shark. Just people that are going to go there, they're not going to.
Right. This has to be totally different platforms per individual item that you want to market for, and it's. I see this as a nightmare because there are going to be, there are always people researching, and there's always going to be people researching, and as soon as somebody eventually will find out the root of this item, and eventually it's going to come back to haunt you. And for that reason, I will not be investing in this product.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
No.
It just I think you take what we've given you here and you just good luck.
Well, hold on here though. I'm going to take the contrarian position on this one and say that are we lying to consumers? Yes. Are we creating a product at the end of the day that is potentially harmful to the public and is not really following FDA guidelines? Yes, but I am definitely getting very strong yes queen energy off of this general product idea, and I think I support anything that gives me yes queen energy, and for that reason I think I would be in. And my terms I would say would be $50,000 for a 50% stake.
At this point, I am so in. Yes. You would make.
Thank you, Miss
so
Divine.
happy.
Miss Divine, thank you. Or Sally.
Divine is actually one of my inspirations.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that must be why it kind of popped into my head. Miss Sally Ride. Yes. So this is great news. I think we've got a great partnership blossoming here.
Now, if you've also paid attention to all the social media going on these days, one of my personal inspirations has been actually Jim Carrey. Because he's been doing a lot of paintings, and he's actually been using a lot of my period blood in his works.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, you
See?
didn't say that.
See? Oh, look at that. Now you guys missed out on an opportunity. I'm in on the ground floor. You guys messed up on this one.
Yep. I grew up with Jim Carrey. I met him in grade 8, back in middle school. You know, we go way back.
You met him in middle school. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Jim Carrey had a fantastic stint in movies, but if you look at his persona now versus what it used to be, he doesn't have quite the fame. But the people in the middle-age bracket will definitely remember him with a lighter face. So that could really work for you if you know how to use his older personas and not his newer one, because he's looked down upon much more now than he used to be.
No,
I'm
I
sure
disagree.
the,
I disagree. I think Jim Carrey will forever be renowned and looked fondly upon for such roles as whatever the guy's name is in Big Fat Liar, whatever that movie was, and never forgotten. I say.
Oh yeah.
Well, Lars Christensen, you've just made me the happiest flower in the flower patch.
I love that. That's a great phrase. I think we've
Mhm.
really got something going here.
Timeless, yes.
Maybe you send me a little sample, huh? A little sample of that.
I'm gonna go vomit.
Yep. Do you need a test tube or a bucket?
Hey, let's go intermediary on
Let's
that
go with
one.
flask.
Maybe we'll do like maybe we'll
A
do a
regular
2 liter.
flask. A
Maybe
flask.
we'll do a 2 liter. No, I think
Wow.
a 2 liter would be better than a flask, but I digress.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you for calling, and
Thank you for investing.
we'll move on to the next caller.